Welcome everybody to Campus Recreation's Illini Eats. I am Chef Monee Smith. I work in housing dining. Today I'll be showing you a couple really simple recipes. The base of all of these would be the overnight oats. It's a really easy meal prep sort of recipe that you can make in a large quantity or individual portions like I'll show you today. These recipes are really simple. I'll show you some variations and you can be creative in any way you like. The first recipe I'll be showing you is a recipe we actually use in housing dining, which is overnight oats with chia seeds and fresh berries. I'll put the recipe together and let's get started. First of all, you'll need about half a cup of rolled oats. If I can carefully measure this into the mason jar. Also a half a cup of almond milk. Today I'm going to be using plant-based milk and yogurt, but you can honestly use whatever milk you have in house, cashew milk, oat milk, anything works. You just need something to hydrate the oats. From there, I'll need about a quarter of a cup of, this is coconut yogurt, into the container as well. I'll add in some chia seeds. This is what will give you your, like a pudding-like consistency. So we'll add in about a tablespoon of chia seeds, some vanilla for flavor, of course, a little bit of salt to taste, some ground cinnamon. I like cinnamon, so I'm using about a tablespoon here. You'll grab a spoon and mix this all together. After everything is mixed, that's your base. From there, you can add in some fresh berries. Today I have strawberries and blueberries. For the strawberries, I'm going to slice in half and then half again. So quarter the strawberry essentially. And then just some nice slices. You can make this as big or as small as you like. I like them to be a little bit on the smaller side. So no precision cuts here, just trying to get them to an edible bite size. I'll add those strawberries right into the container. I have a little bit more that I pre-sliced earlier because I like berries. I'll add in just a handful of blueberries. And I'm gonna eyeball about a tablespoon of honey. You can use agave or any other sweeteners you like. We'll call that a tablespoon. One final stir. Add your lid, and you have overnight oats ready in about 4 hours in the refrigerator. So you do want to refrigerate this for a minimum of 4 hours. That's the key here. That's the hardest part, waiting for this to expand a little bit and hydrate the oat. So for our next recipe, I'll be making a peanut butter and banana overnight oat. The variation for this recipe, our lovely assistants in the kitchen today requested that I use steel cut oats, which is my preferred oat to use for this recipe. Let's get started. So same amount as before, about a half a cup of steel cut oat, and then about 3/4 of a cup of almond milk, 1/4 of a cup of coconut yogurt, chia seeds, vanilla, a little bit of salt again to taste. I'm adding in some cocoa powder, some peanut butter. I prefer a natural peanut butter with not a lot of added sugar, but use whatever peanut butter you like. I'm gonna give that a stir. You'll continue in adding some sliced Bananas, I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a banana here. Give it one last stir. Add your lid. For the steel cut oats, you will need about 4 to 6 hours minimum or overnight. For our third and final overnight recipe for the series, we'll be doing matcha. So matcha powder is finely ground green tea. It's very good. I use it for a lot of different things, a lot of different beverages, but I think it's delicious in an overnight oat as well. So here we go with steel cut oats, 3/4 of a cup of almond milk, 1/4 of a cup of coconut yogurt, chia seeds, vanilla, and the star of the show, the matcha powder. You'll stir all of that together. Add a little bit of honey to this one as well. About a tablespoon. Place your lid. Give it a little shake. If the matcha's getting stuck around, you can honestly, instead of stirring these, just shake them all around. So one less dish. Once you have your 3 overnight oats portioned and ready to go, you will take the lid off the next morning and add the garnishes of your choice. So for the fresh berry overnight oats, you can see that this has expanded a bit. If you want more of a creamier oatmeal, you add more milk here. If you want them to be on the thicker side, you go back in history a little bit and add a little bit less milk for the next go around. But for the berry overnight oats, I'm going to add some more blueberries, a little bit more fresh strawberry, and then some granola. This is a almond vanilla granola, but use any vanilla or granola you like. And then finally some shredded coconut on top. Stir that around a little bit or add it into another bowl. There you go. You got breakfast in a mason jar. For the peanut butter banana overnight oats, I will add a little drizzle of honey to the top. Again, with some granola and shredded carrot. Shredded coconut. For our final garnish for the peanut butter and banana oats, we'll add a few more bananas on top. Place our lid. Throw this in your bag and you have breakfast. For our last recipe, the matcha overnight oats, I'm going to add in some blueberries, granola, and shredded coconut. So there you have it. Those are 3 different options for overnight oats. Overnight oats with fresh berries, overnight oats with peanut butter and banana, and overnight oats with matcha powder. Thank you all so much for watching this Illini Eat series on overnight oats. I hope you feel empowered to try this recipe at home. It's very simple. You can add or subtract anything you would like for this recipe. Stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you for watching.